The Last Regular Joe. Donald MacDonald stared at his reflection in a shop window on Edinburgh's Royal Mile, checking, for the 1000th time, that he wasn't developing perfect teeth or unnecessarily dramatic facial expressions. In 2025, Scotland, being ordinary, had become extraordinarily rare. It had started 6 months ago with what people called the reality shift. Overnight, every single person except Donald had transformed into a walking, talking TV personality stereotype. His wife, Catherine, had become a dramatic cooking show host, constantly narrating her morning toast making with intense enthusiasm. And now we're going to add this absolutely amazing butter, hand-churned by artisanal cows in the stunning Highlands. His teenage daughter now spoke exclusively in confessionals, starting every sentence with, "So like, I didn't come here to make friends, but..." His son had transformed into a sports commentator, providing play-by-play analysis of his own homework. He's approaching the mathematics problem with confidence, folks. Oh, spectacular use of the quadratic formula. Donald's job at the accounting firm had become unbearable. His boss had morphed into a Gordon Ramsay clone, screaming, "These spreadsheets are raw," while his co-workers turned every meeting into a cutthroat competition show, forming alliances and voting people off projects. Even walking down the street was an ordeal. Weather forecasters pointed dramatically at the sky. Property brothers argued about the potential of every building's crown molding, and wildlife presenters narrated pigeons in hushed, excited whispers. The majestic urban dove approaches its natural feeding ground, the abandoned chips outside Greg's. Donald took refuge in his garden shed, the only place he could escape the constant drama. He'd started a video diary, not because he wanted to, but because everyone else insisted he needed one. Day 185 of being the last normal person in Scotland, he muttered to his phone. Still can't get a proper coffee because every barista needs to create signature drinks for their upcoming Food Network special. Just then, his neighbour peeked over the fence, wearing a glittering sequined suit. Coming up next on Fence Chats with Jerry, we'll discuss the shocking truth about Donald's garden gnome placement. But first, a word from our sponsors. Donald sighed and switched off his phone. Perhaps being normal wasn't all it was cracked up to be, but at least he could still enjoy a cup of tea without calling it a life-changing infusion of exotic flavors served on a bed of childhood memories. He just hoped whatever cosmic TV executive had pitched this reality show would cancel it soon. Until then, he'd remain Scotland's last regular Joe in a country full of prime-time personalities.